China is facing a serious military problem, and Xi Jinping knows it. Over the last 2 years, senior officers in the People's Liberation Army have been removed, investigated, or quietly disappeared. Not enemies, not rivals, but his very own hand-picked commanders. So the question is straightforward. Why is China's leader dismantling his own military, just as the country is preparing for war over Taiwan? This purge has hit the very core of China's military system, the rocket force. This is responsible for nuclear and missile forces. And senior commanders linked to Taiwan planning have gone, and even key figures in the defense industry. This is not routine. It is one of the most serious upheavals inside China's military that we've seen in decades. And what makes it extraordinary is that Xi is removing his own people. I've been studying China for over 40 years, and I've never seen anything quite like this. In the past, Chinese leaders purged generals at moments of extreme crisis, after some kind of political upheaval, perhaps after major economic failures. But today, there is no visible crisis on that scale. Xi has been in power for over a decade. He appointed most of these officers himself, which makes this even more puzzling. Why remove your own loyal commanders at such a critical moment? There are several explanations. Coup prevention. Xi may fear that no general should ever become powerful enough to challenge him. Corruption. There are reports of serious problems with procurement, with corruption, with unreliable systems, and distorted reporting of these problems. Taiwan pressure is also possible. Some believe Xi is frustrated with the pace of preparation for a conflict. Others say officers may have warned him that such a war would be extremely risky. But there is another way to understand this. This may not be unusual for Xi at all, because if you look at the data, Xi Jinping has purged far more officials than any Chinese leader in recent history. Millions of party members have been disciplined or removed, far exceeding the numbers seen in campaigns under Jiang Zemin or Hu Jintao. This suggests something very revealing. The military purge may not be an exception. It may be part of a broader system of control. And there is another striking piece of data. At the very same time, China has dramatically increased its spending on military, funding new missiles, advanced naval forces, and large-scale modernization of equipment. We are seeing not a weakening of the military. It is one that is being invested in and which is being built up. So this creates a contradiction. Why pour vast resources into modernizing the armed forces while simultaneously purging its leadership? A military that is both expanding rapidly and purging its leadership is a system that is coming under severe pressure. So we may wonder how well this system is going to work. The PLA is, after all, not a national army. It's the armed wing of the Communist Party. Its primary role is to ensure political control, and that creates a fundamental problem because a modern military requires initiative, flexibility, and trust in its senior officers. But this system rewards blind obedience, not independent thinking. The core issue is how this system is ever going to work in practice. The PLA is not a national army. It is the armed wing of the Communist Party. Its primary role is to ensure political control, and that creates a fundamental problem because a modern military requires initiative, flexibility, and trust. But this system rewards obedience, not independent thinking. So these purges are going to come at a cost. Officers are becoming cautious, decision-making becomes centralized, initiative disappears, and coordination between different branches becomes harder. In a modern war, especially over Taiwan, that could be decisive. Xi Jinping may be strengthening control over the military, but in doing so, he may be weakening its effectiveness. China has not fought a major war in decades, and these purges suggest it may not yet be ready to fight one for some time to come. The greatest risk may not be external pressures, but internal. Let me know what you think in the comments, and subscribe for more analysis on China and global power.